to see. I heard the living God say, I know what's in the heart of every man.
Amen.
He also says, amen, that he knows the God of your spirit, everything about you. And I believe the reason that you're losing the battle is because, don't you know, if you're sick, it's time for war. The Bible says Hezekiah was sick unto death. So he turned his face to the wall and began to pray. And God sent a prophet to him and told him, see, Satan is so cunning. That's what you have to watch. Even though he was sick unto death and he needed a healing, but at the same time, an army rose up against him, ready to fight. And he told that young man told him, don't believe in your God. He said, because I have whipped all of the small G gods. And what makes you think that he's able to deliver you out of my hand? Saints of God, it's necessary for you to understand that the God you serve is able to deliver. Amen. That's how come some people get so frustrated in praying, because it seems like they're not getting anywhere in prayer. Seems like the prayer is not even going up to the ceiling. And they need to learn how to bow before a living God.
Living God. Amen.
Amen.
Let's think about it. Whatever problem you have.
All right.
If you're weak, God said, let the weak say I'm strong.
Hallelujah.
If you're sick, God said he's able to heal all manner of sickness and disease.
Come on, sir.
If Satan got your mind and running with it, you need to know a God that spoke and said that when he threw Satan out of heaven, he fell at the speed of lightning. So that small G God that got your mind running with it, don't you know the living God can catch up with it? Don't you know the living God can take your mind out of the clusters of Satan? And then if God feels that that mind that you have is not sufficient for you, because there are things in your body that really don't want to believe in God. It tries to hinder you from even going to God or praying to God. So you have to learn how to bring that part of your body under subjection, because Satan is ruling in that part of your member.
All right. All right.
And you need to say to Satan, the God that I serve is able to deliver. And he only told me that if I have faith and don't doubt,
Yes. Hallelujah.
I should have whatsoever I ask.
Amen.
But when you allow Satan to frustrate you,
Oh, come on, guys.
when you allow Satan to, the Bible said he sat in the church as God. Right now, Satan is ruling in somebody's heart, somebody's mind, somebody's thought, somebody's imagination, somebody's soul. And they doesn't understand how to get up and fight. God won't fight for you if you don't have a desire to fight for yourself.
Amen.
That's why he says, when I see that your strength is small, I, the Lord, will raise up a standard against that adversary. So you got to learn how, whatever it is. One thing I had done early in life, when I thought I had the Holy Ghost, and come to find out I didn't have it. And I began to seek the Lord for it. And one thing I told the Lord, I had been to another church, I had been baptized in that church, and they baptized Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So I'm running around in life thinking I got the Holy Ghost, just because a man said, I baptize you in the name of the Father. And anybody knows that the name of the Father is not a name, it's a title. So that meant I had to get up and search the Bible to find out what was the Father's name. And I found out it was Jesus. And it says, a comma, if you notice your Bible, they have a comma behind each one. And it's saying of the Son. Well, I kind of believe that the Son was Jesus because God told Mary that I should have a son and call his name Jesus. But I didn't see there how to receive the gift of the Holy Ghost. And that's why I was so easily convinced that I need to be saved. I need to be filled with the Holy Ghost. But I also had believed that the religion that I was in, I couldn't understand how my grandmother that taught me, raised up in it, amen, and had me believing in it. And when I found out that I needed the Holy Ghost, I told the Lord Jesus Christ, don't fool me. I didn't want something fictitious. I didn't want something that wasn't able to help me. I wanted something that was very, very real. And that was able to hear my cry.
Amen.
Not the preachers, not the deacons, not people's in high standard, but I wanted a God that could hear my cry.
All right.
And I petitioned God. I said, now, as I spoke to the minister at the church, he said, well, you need to be baptized in Jesus' name.
Hallelujah.
Well, I never had a quarrel with Jesus. So that was all right with me, because I never had a quarrel with him. So, but I'm still talking to God, right? And I said, Lord, I've been baptized. I said, now if you fill me with the Holy Ghost before Sunday, that's when designated me to be baptized. I said, I'm going to not be baptized, because I've been baptized once. And I prayed and I tarried, and God's name got sweet to me. No, I mean, it did. I had never called on him like that. And when I began to call on him seriously, because I had an agenda that I wanted God to do for me before Sunday. And I'm praying, and his name is sweet. but he wouldn't give me the Holy Ghost. Here comes Sunday. I wouldn't eat dinner Sunday because I'm out in the woods, I'm praying because the time is coming near for me to be baptized. And by the time that they was getting ready for me to be baptized, I eased on back to the house. But I was praying to God with all of my heart.
Amen.
Every thought, everything that I could speak. And I told God, I said, I know you know my heart. And I said, you know my intent. That if I receive the Holy Ghost, I'm going to refuse baptism because you couldn't fool me on that part. Not understanding the name makes the difference. So that Sunday came and I came to the house, getting ready to go be baptized. I came back out, but I'm holding God responsible. Because I said, if you fill me with it. And I know you's a God that can. So that evening came and we going to the lake. I'm still praying hard, very hard. Got out of the car, walking down to the river. I'm still praying. The last little thought I had in my mind, if my feet touch the water and you fill me with the Holy Ghost, I'm going to back up. That's how come I know you can't fool him.
Testify, son.
I know that for a fact. The man led me out in the water. I'm still praying. When he said, I indeed baptize you in the name of Jesus Christ for the remission of sins, I started to go down and the Holy Ghost fell. And I was speaking in tongues, going under the water. It's too late to come back up. It's too late to say that. But I'm telling you, God is the truth. I spoke in tongues under the water. And when he brought me up, I was still speaking in tongues. But it wasn't just speaking in tongues. It's what I saw when the glory of God. It's what I saw when the glory of God rested upon me. It's not, never think it's just speaking in tongues. God had to manifest Himself to you. To establish in your own heart and mind, I am God, I am the living God that filled you with the Holy Ghost. And I'm speaking in tongues and I realize now I got the Holy Ghost. I went to throw my hand over my mouth to stop speaking in tongues. But God, He's moving on His own. I'm not doing it. Then that's when so much joy flooded my heart. That's when I knew without a shadow of a doubt, there is a living God. And a lot of people won't go in search for that living God.
Yes, sir.
He said, when you seek me with your whole heart, and we are so much interested in so many other things, until it's taken up the time that we need to seek the Lord. So we really, if you tell the truth, you don't have time to seek the Lord. The only thing you have time for is to seek that small g God, your cell phone. God is not the cell phone. you to seek him with all of your heart. And when you're looking at that and people are talking and you're trying to see who says, she said, he said,
Come on, sir.
and when you're trying to answer back or when you're trying to, see, Satan don't mind you coming to church.
All right.
He's glad for you to come to church. As long as you don't change.
Amen. Come on, sir. Preach the word. Hallelujah.
He don't mind you coming to church. He know you already have a party waiting on you. He knows that your boy, look at the girls in this church. Every one of the girl audience should have their friends sitting right beside them. Because what you hear, he needs to hear. How can you communicate when you're walking in different paths? How can you communicate? You heard this in church. He heard what the devil told him out there. And he's trying to convince you. Don't listen to what God has to tell you. And he can tell when you go to change. He can tell when you go to believing in God. Because your attitude changes. I heard a young lady, we're going to get to our message. I heard a young lady that was married. They was quarreling in their marriage. And she ready to divorce him. So they came to me for counseling. Because I won't counsel one without the other. Amen. So when they came to me, she was saying that he wants to put his beer, his whiskey, and his wine in my refrigerator. She said, I'm saved, I don't allow it. Fine. All right, young man, what's your story? When I met her, she had backslidden out in the world. And she going to the bar with me. She drinking she doing a little smoke. She said, now, when I met her, she was doing all of this with me. And we enjoyed one another. Now she said, now she want me to quit all of this stuff. She said, but she need to remember what I was doing when you met me. He said, I didn't change. He said, you did. I didn't know when I met you, you were saved. I didn't know when I met you, you act like you knew the Lord. You done what I done.
All right. Come on now.
But I didn't know you were just backsliding, just out there looking for a man. Now you think you done caught one, now you're going to run back to the church, and now you're going to save him. It don't work that way.
Amen.
Don't work that way. It don't work that way. So now, as counseling them, what do you say? I'm going to tell you what both of you need to do. You need to get on the altar and ask God for an answer to your problem. Because you deceived each other.
All right, sir. All right.
And how many of us got people out there thinking in reality we're slut? That we'll do anything that they want us to do. And we sitting in church being holy. seemed like somebody would have common sense enough to say God is not pleased with the way of living. Look with me, if you will, to the 10th chapter of the book of Revelation. Tenth chapter, book of Revelation. And you have it, say amen. Amen. I still have pages. You have it, say amen. Amen. Now what I want you to do, hold that what you have and look at the last two verses in the 9th chapter and read it together. And the rest, do you see that? That's God talking. And how many of us that if we were before that judge right now would be convicted? How many would be convicted? And have no mind to repent of the things that they do? All right, now I'm going into the 10th chapter. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head. And his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open. And he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roars. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up these things which the 7th thunder utters, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stood upon the sea and upon the earth, lifted up his hands to heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that are therein all, and the earth and the things that are therein all, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. A lot of us think about God. without realizing that there is really a God. One that loves us dearly. One that cares for us. He swore. And when I think of the many times from Genesis to Revelation that God swore on your behalf, determining for you to understand and to believe that He would be on your side if you would let Him.
Yes.
He wanted through the Word to manifest Himself to you. That no matter who talk about Him, you know Him for yourself.
Amen.
He wanted so much to save us. Why do you think He died on the cross and shed His blood? Why do you think often in the Bible you hear Him say, I'm praying for you?
Yes, yes.
It's because He has determined and already knows what's ahead of Him. The Bible says He has already appeared at the end of the world.
Amen.
He knows where you're ending up at. He knows the trials, the tribulation. He knows even those that Satan has deceived.
Yes.
Yet, He's trying to wake us up. Because time is moving on. When He put that feet on the earth and the other one on the sea, or the sea or the earth, He had a special message that He wanted each man and woman, boy and girl to know. If you keep on reading, you'll hear Him say, it's done.
Yes.
Amen.
Your life has been sealed. That you can't add to it or you can't take away. And you're headed out into eternity. If I take time from you, you're just there. And you heard Him say a book was open. Your very life is in the book.
All right, all right.
Every action that you have committed is in the book. All of your prayers been prayed and was not answered because you really weren't concerned. It's in the book. Your deceitfulness is in the book. That book is more like a video. That when God goes to judge, He don't just judge. He put your tape in because everything is presently there. All of the thousands of angels are there. The 24 elders are there.
Come on, sir.
The 4 beasts are there. And all of the saints of God that made it is there. Have you ever heard somebody say, you lying on my children? Have you ever heard somebody say, you lied on me? Has you ever heard somebody deny and say, well, I didn't do that? Don't worry. The Bible says you're going to be speechless because Not only that, but you remember God said that we're going to judge angels. We're going to see everything that your life has produced. The children you killed. You killed by your ways, by your hatred, by your malice. You killed by your hatred. You pass it on to others. And the Bible said that if we hate, we was a murderer even until now. You ever hated anybody and yet said something good about it? You ever stood up for that person that you hated and said he's all right?
Come on, Pastor.
You ever stood up for anybody that was malice and deceit and hatred in your heart? Did you ever say, Lord, I died for that person. I gave my life for that person. I shedded blood for that person. I'm talking about the ones you hate. I'm not talking about your little friends you run around there saying you love. I'm not saying your mother that you say you love and yet hate her to the point that you don't obey. I'm not talking about the father that you hate and would not obey. I'm talking about you as an individual. That your parents, God overrode your parents. He said, there, call no man father upon the earth, for one is your father. Let's say your father mistreated you. Remember, I have a father higher than him.
Yes.
Okay. Come on now.
Let's say your mother mistreated you. I have a mother higher than him.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't understand that God is your mother and father.
Yes, he is.
You may reply to the earth and mother, well, she, and he. Remember, God had already told you, call no man father on the earth, for one. In other words, what he's saying is, sure, we're supposed to honor our mothers and fathers. But